it could just wreck the finish on the PCB. Honestly, I don't think you're gonna end up with any like functional issues, if I had to guess. But you will end up with, for sure, cosmetic and potentially, like if you're trying to desolder or resolder, it could be an issue. Do you want kids exact? We need to make that like a command or something, like exclamation mark clack middies or something, and then be like, there we go. Do you want a half date? Yeah, yeah. Depending on the cost, I'm in on that. I'm in on that. Sure. Figure it out. Hi, do you know how much we're talking from AZ? I mean, the rest of the AZ crew's already coming up, so. Oh, although hang on a second. He's not actually in AZ. Not that that matters, but I'm trying to remember. Clack isn't in Arizona. Arizona. Where the heck is he? He's in, or is he in Arizona and everyone else is in Texas? I can't remember. Something about either in Texas or not in Texas. I can't remember. Okay, now this one here. Actually, I'll check this one. So, row 2? Is that right? No, row 1. R1 switch, whatever, 10 or whatever that is there, right? Houston. Okay. Houston or Houston? Houston. I'm just kidding. Yeehaw, baby. Everyone's in Texas. Dude, I'm telling you, Texas is Mecca right now for keyboards. Y'all thought it was SoCal? Nah. It's a long time ago. Nice, Mad Asian. When you adding CF? Near Lucid. Didn't know that till the other day. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. There's only a couple. It's because SoCal stopped streaming. That's why. Frank went and had babies, and Tim got lost. Or no, Tim was escaping, and Nathan got lost, and right. We lost all our New Yorkers too. East Coast stopped showing up also, right? It's Central Time now, baby. That's it. That's it. Until I do them in house. Hang on a sec. Hype says I've had it in a while, just limiting the orders. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, I was talking to somebody today, no spoilers, but I was talking to someone today and they were asking about plates and materials, and I said, if you want to know anything about plates, materials, you want to know about how to do it right, there's only one guy to talk to, IMO. And listen, I've never spoken with the folks who run CBB, and I've never spoken with the folks who run Green Door Geeks, and I'm sure they're lovely, and I'm not knocking them. This is not a detraction from anyone, but what I will say is, if you're looking for plates, I don't know, some of the times you get plates from Hype, and they're better than stock. You know what I mean? They're better than stock. It's like they're, in my opinion, they're the most accurate. They have the most compatibility. I've had stock plates. I've had plates from other plate makers, and the switches don't go in properly. I'm telling you guys, like, listen, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's just got the right machines. I don't, whatever. You guys, you already know how hard I simp for Geon, and I'll tell you, the Hype FR4 plate is better than the Geon FR4 plate for sure. And you know I love Geon. You already know. So, okay, now some of these we got to hit the corner. We're going to hit those with switches that we're going to solder in. And a few of these we actually got to pull. We got to pull the wick out because we're not quite there on cleanliness. However, we're pretty close on pretty close to wrapped up, which is nice. It's a nice thing about a 60. Mil-max it pretty quickly, especially when the socket's already in, you know? And I'll tell you guys, mil-maxing is not hard, but just like cable making, there's some finesse to it, you know what I mean? There's some finesse to it. If you've not done it and you want to try, I would try on an in-stock PCB. That's all I would say. Detroit is looking great. Everyone should move to Detroit. Zoo, is that true? Everyone should move to Detroit. Best thing about a 60 is less switch looping. That's actually true. That's actually true. But yeah, if you're going to do, if you want to practice, I would practice on an in-stock PCB for sure. Breadboard maybe, like something like where you've got an option to not hate yourself if you mess it up. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Okay. Now this one in particular is the one I wanted to test with a switch, right? Just to make sure the socket was in the right spot. Hells yeah it is. Hells yeah it is. Let me see. Okay. So how many of these we gotta fix? Let's take a quick look. Whoop. Let's take a quick look. I'm gonna have to zip and get my I have to zip and get my wick, but let's see. We gotta fix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that one looks like it should be good. Is that for real? It's not going in? Oh no, that went in. Should have gone in. And then what? These are all good. These are all good. We got 2 more here. So it's actually, it's not going to be too bad. Most of these are pretty good. Most of these are pretty good. Here. Let me just quickly turn this one back on. Gnome Saiyan? Like a gnome Saiyan? I wonder if a gnome can go Super Saiyan. That actually didn't cool down as much as I thought. Okay, let me do this one. Okay. So, if you guys are cool chilling for a sec, what does mil-max mean? Fibblethip? What mil-max means is you take some of these. No, that's not going to work. You take some of these, which are little silver sockets, right? They are basically exactly the size of a switch hole, of a switch pin hole, and they have a little ridge around the top, which let them sit on the PCB without falling through. And then basically what happens is when you put your switch into the plate, the mil-max sockets grab the legs of your switch and they make contact with the pins like so, and they sit so that your switch is sitting in the plate and sitting in the sockets, and the sockets are soldered to the PCB, but they also allow your switch to be released. And if I had any nails or anything at all, I had a pair of pliers I intended to bring in and I don't think I did. So I'll just very gently grab with these, but they allow the switch to be released and come off easily so your switch can be removed without soldering. Desoldering in this case. Okay. I'm going to turn the fan off for a second. I'm going to go grab my wick, and actually this should be like very, very quick. We should be able to do this up in 2 seconds. What are we at? 55 minutes? Oh, you guys are going to see this magnificent corn. I'm telling you. Solderable PCBs have sockets installed that allow for hot swapping of switches. Yes, so that is what a mil-maxed PCB is a solderable PCB with these little sockets installed, which allow for hot swapping of switches, correct. But the benefit over a hot swap PCB is you're not limited on the layout. So you can pick all kinds of different layouts if you want. Basically, that's the magic. I swear to God, if it's a HK Corn, I'm gonna just, okay. It's the, just chill, relax. Okay. It's a special color. It's not a stock color. Okay. Chair stream for just a second. I'm gonna run and grab my wick. I'll be right back. Brought up a spare cable while I was at it, because you know you're always like, oh, I wish I had a cable. It doesn't match, but still, it's nice. It's a nice cable. Okay. MY Corn greater than HK. I love the black and white design. Oh my gosh. The thing that makes the HK Corn so incredible though is it's that border, right? Like that's that border though. Hey, Kenny. If you were talking to me. You never know. I don't want to presume. Stretch. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ooh. Pop. Sorry. That was my elbow, not my shoulder. I can't wait. Yo. Mikey, did you were in one of the non-North American regions then? Is that right? Sheesh. Okay. So, let's flip this over. Okay, so we only have to clean out the sockets that are in the middle and haven't yet accepted a mil-max socket, basically. So looks like most of these are just needing a little tidy. They're not super blocked, I would say. What color are you building? In this case, it's a special color, Ken. It's been customized. So there's a few spots here. Oh, you know what we went and saw today? Sorry to ignore you guys. You know what we went and saw today? If your space has a different sound based on where you hit it, is that a stab issue? Nubsers, sometimes that's a board issue and you can't see. And sometimes it's a stab issue. I'm from EU, Spain. Oh, okay. Cool. What keycap set I will use? For lilac. It'll depend how on point you want to be. I mean, I would say oftentimes classic is good. So you see like Sloth was recommending some of the classics, and I would tend to agree with Sloth. Let's see what else we got here. Just a couple more. But even like I've got a lilac sonnet, and I was going to try to get see if Analog Dreams went well on there as well. But I actually want to rebuild my sonnet. I've had the same config in there for a long time, and I think I'm good to maybe swap something out. So try some new switches in there and test out some stuff. It's been a minute since I've had a chance to rebuild it. I really built it like one way, and I did enjoy it, but I think experimenting there's nothing wrong with that, Also gives you a chance to sort of see what else the board can do or how else it can sound, not just one way, I feel like this Okay. So with that in mind, let us see about putting some of these sockets where the sockets would not go before. Let us see. Do they go now? They do. They do. GMK Frostwitch with like a lilac-y purple board always has a chance of being good. It depends on how close the purples are, I think, but generally I think that would be a good pick. I don't think anyone would say no, that's not a good pick. Especially if you already have Frostwitch, right? Muted on lilac would hit? Yeah, muted on lilac would hit for sure. I would agree. Anyone know if the emails have not gone out yet for NA Nubsers? You are safe. Or rather, you have not yet caught an L. You still may catch an L, but it hasn't happened yet. We'll put it to you that way. How about that? Like the rest of us, you are still playing the waiting game. So, tonight the switches will be Oil Kings, which were lubed and filmed by the client. And I think they will be quite delicious, if I had to guess. Was the allotment 700 for NA? I think it was 700 total unborn. And yeah, Nitin is agreeing with me, so I think it was 700 all told globally. But I think that NA had a pretty big allotment of the total quantity. Will I test my root beers soon? Yes, I will test my root beers soon. I need to find some time for some for a keyboard that will enjoy them, I should say. So we need to find a keyboard that will work well with them, you know? I feel like for some reason it should be able to go in. But it would not. Honestly, the biggest issue with min-maxing a previously soldered PCB is getting it, like, you got to get it clean, but then really a little bit of wick, and like, I mean, sure, it's like you don't get it perfect, but like it's really not that big of a pain in the butt. Would you guys say that it's extremely annoying? You're like, I can't stand this, Geo. Why would you put yourself through this pain? What is wrong with you, Geo? Is that the sentiment? That is not my sentiment. I don't find it quite so terrible. Hello, you hooligans. Hello, you bullet lover. Beige is definitely a no. I wouldn't say beige is a no. I'm actually running CRP on my lavender/lilac Sonnet right now, and I think it looks great. So I would not agree that it is a no. Some people just don't like beige, which is probably part of it, but I don't know that it's an automatic no, or rather, it's not an automatic no to me. So, oh, that is being extra stubborn, isn't it? Okay, so some of them can be a little stubborn, but you mean old man tan? Old man tan, that's what beige is? Oh my gosh.